Hello viewers, in today's video we're going to be ranking soldiers' weapons. Read the description. I'm not going to say it in this video, but read the description. Anyways, let's get started. We got the airstrike. It's a good weapon. It's fine. Yeah, it's got 3 upsides, which you take 15% less blast damage from trying to rocket jump, which is nice, but not much at all, really. You get increased firing speed while rocket jumping, or rocket jumping, which is freaking awesome. But you have a smaller blast radius. That's something I don't like. Why take smaller blast radius while you were rocket jumping? But nonetheless. You also get more rockets on kill. I'm eating Skittles right now. Sour Skittles. And which is awesome because you can get up to 4. But it does have 2 downsides. You have a 10% less explosion radius penalty and a 15% damage penalty. Doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot because it's 90. Base damage on stock is like 90, but on others it's like... But on this one it's like 75, 74, something, I don't know. It's a good weapon. I want to put it up here, but you get to do less damage while rocket jumping, so yeah. Okay, the base jumper is a parachute. But you might be wondering, oh, why is it down here? Because, well, if you play TF2, you probably know, but if you don't, you can't redeploy it, and you can't even, hardly change direction while it's deployed, or while you're parachuting, so it's just kind of a straight down. It's just one of the worst weapons in the game in most people's eyes. Even in my opinion, this weapon sucks. Because it takes up a slot that you could have used for one of the banners, or a shotgun, or maybe even the boots. Heck. Sucks. Righteous Bison sucks. Look it up for yourself on the TF2 wiki to see why. Italian's back up. So, I don't know. Okay. The Battalion's backup gives you a 35% damage resistance on all weapon types, or damage types. You get, you get to take no crit damage and mini crit damage, and you get 50% less damage from sentries. That's awesome, but it takes up your secondary slot. And you need to do 600 damage with it. You need to do 600 damage with that in order to use it, but it's awesome when you do get to use it. It lasts like 10 seconds after using it, so it's like all the others. Yeah, but it's but you might be wondering, why did you put it up here? Because there's this YouTuber named Zesty Jesus that said that this was the best weapon, but then there's a YouTuber called The What who said this was the best weapon, and then now I'm like, which one's better? But me personally, it's the original, because yeah, it's just a just a reskin of the stock rocket launcher, but it fires from the middle, which is better for rocket jumping and corner peeking. So, yeah. Beggar's Bazooka. It's got a very high learning curve. Like, you gotta do so much in order to get good with it. But once you're good with it, it's up here. Yeah, but I'm putting it in gray because of the learning curve. It's not a crutch. People, I remember seeing a fish stick on a stick video saying how people thought this was a crutch and it was not good. It is. Having one less rocket is not the end of the world. Everyone talks about it like it's the worst stat on here, or like the worst thing, when it's really not. Like, yeah, I get rocket, you're not supposed to, you can like, it's harder for you to be able to rocket jump and all that, but it's like, okay. Yeah, you can't rocket jump into a crowd, but okay. I don't do that much. Because I'm a heavy main. Kind of obvious by my channel things, but not trying to be weird. It's fine. You get 20 health, up to 20 health per hit, which means it scales on damage, and yeah. A buff banner is going on here. It takes 600 damage to charge and lasts 10 seconds like the buff, the battalion's backup. But you get to do mini crits to people, which, mini crits in TF2, I think, give you 35% extra damage. But yeah, mini crits, that's nice. Mini crits are awesome. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's good. It's good. Okay. I want you guys to go scroll down on my post thing and answer this question. Which one is better? Because this one takes less damage to charge, and you compare it with these two to be basically unstoppable, because you could like get so much more damage in, or like you could just non-stop heal yourself. And it's like, it's a bit annoying if you fight against someone using this stuff, because you could even pair it with the katana to be like a health machine or a health packet. God, I'm hungry. But yeah, because if your teammates get around you, you get to give them a speed boost, and 35% of the damage they dealt is returned as health, like Mad Milk. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention about the banners. The banners are for your team. Like, your team has to be around you for them to get the benefit. But yeah, oh my god. Okay. This weapon is only bad because of that 20% damage to building stat. If that wasn't there, then it would be good. It would be good. But right now, I don't like that stat. I'm not putting it down here, but I'm keeping it in meh because it's reliant on there being no engineer. That's what's holding this weapon back. It's reliant on no engineers. Yeah, sure. You get to alt fire. If you right click, you can fire a thing that disables it. But I just want to destroy it. I would rather destroy it, honestly. But yeah, um, the direct hit has a 25% damage bonus. That's awesome because the stock rocket launcher deals 90 damage, and its max ramp up is 112. This weapon has the same base damage of the rocket. This weapon's base damage is the same as the stock rocket launcher's max ramp up, which is 112. Meaning that if at like closer to max ramp up, you can one-shot light classes with this. Or like maybe even Vitasaw medics. But when's the last time you've seen a medic use the Vitasaw? I sure as heck haven't. yeah, it's good. It's almost as fast. It's this almost as fast as a flare, in which in TF2 means, well, flares in TF2 go at 2,000 hammer units a second. And this weapon, I think, is 1,800 hammer units per second. I think it might be 1,900 something, 1,900 something. But you know, it's good only if you can hit your hit shots, because this has a 70% explosion radius penalty, more than this weapon. This weapon has two stats. Well, actually, three. Okay, so let's talk about that one stat that I was trying to say. It has the longest melee range in the goddamn game. 70%. That, you could, at this same length in TF2, you could probably hit someone from over. It's so long. Probably because you want to hit your teammates with it, but come on, you can at least list it in your stats. If it didn't have the 70% longer melee range, it'd probably be in great, but the fact it has that means that it's you can hit your teammates at a much farther range than you normally would have, because in order to get the full benefit of the disciplinary action, you have to hit your teammates to get you and yourself sped up. Please hit a heavy with this. Please hit a heavy with this. Hit any slow class with this. They're going to love you. But yeah, this does have a 25% damage penalty. Like, I mean, it's kind of nothing when you're in a random crit server, because you're probably just gonna get a random crit and kill them anyways. Yeah, this weapon's fine. It's fine. I love it. Okay, I think people bash on the equalizer a little bit too much, maybe. Yeah, sure, it does less damage than the stock bat. Like, it does 50% less damage at full health, but that just means you should just wait a little before using it. And yeah, you need that. Yeah, it might be harder to close the distance between your enemies, but like, if it's a scout, just whack them with it. Just hit them, because you just shoot them with your shotgun and then try to hit them for maybe a random crit to kill them, depending on the class. Because yeah. But I think since if it's harder for you to close the gap, you should be able. This weapon should let you make you move like a very slightly faster, like 15 or 20% faster, so that you could close the gap. That's awesome. This escape plan is the opposite of the equalizer. Instead of it giving you a speed boost, well, instead of it giving you damage, it gives you a speed boost as your health decreases. But the thing about that is the equalizer is scaled based on how much health you had. This is grouped. This is grouped health. So at 80 to 40 health, or like 80 to 40 health, you move like 20% faster, I think. But at like 40 to 1 health, you move almost as fast as a scout, which you move 96% as fast as a scout. 4% slower than a scout. Think about it. Insane, right? Yeah. And yeah, sure, you're marked for death, but just don't hit people with it. Don't go close. Don't get that close to an enemy in the first place. Also, these two share the stat of minus 90% healing from all healing sources, or from healing beams like dispensers, medi beams, and that's it. Yeah, it's not, or payload cards. But it's not much though, because just switch to a different weapon and it's basically not there. Bottom. Top of great. I'm not putting it in here. This is my this is my tier list. You cannot tell me if you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I don't care. This is my tier list. Sorry if that was rude, but it's facts. So the gunboats have one good stat, and that's that you take less damage from rocket jumps. Yeah, which it's like 60%, which is awesome because you can rocket jump a lot more without even needing to like go to a health pack, which is actually very good. But you lose out on one of these better options. I don't think it's one of his best options, but it's close to it. It's one of his good options. It's a good one, but not like the best in my opinion. Some people say that the half Zatoichi is not good, is a meme on Soldier, or not good on Soldier. No, it's not actually. It's actually freaking awesome. If you can kill them after you damage them enough and they're close and right up in your face, go for the melee kill. Go for the kill and you're probably going to be just fine. Why do people say this weapon is bad on Soldier? Okay, now one thing, I do not have all the weapons. So, yes, if I have them all as an adult in the future, I'll make another tier list and maybe my opinion's going to be changed. But yeah, that's just really my opinion. It's not bad. Okay, with this weapon, you have to kill someone. You have to kill someone, because if you don't, you lose 50 health, which isn't much at all, because a small health pack will heal it all back, or heck, maybe even if you're, like, that low on health, you might as well, like, if you're at 51 health, don't pull the weapon out if you don't see someone in your sight. But, yeah, this weapon is it's good. It's okay. It's actually good on Soldier. You can't prove me wrong. So the Liberty Launcher has a 25% damage penalty, which makes it do 68. Well, its base damage is 68. That's bad because that's like if it had 3 less damage points, it would do the same damage. Its base damage would be the same as any stock melee, except for Scout's Bat. That's actually terrible. But it's got very good upsides going for it. That stop it from going in here. Or down here. First of all, you get an extra rocket right off the bat. Good. You also get a 40% faster projectile speed. Nice. Oh, and you take 25% less damage from rocket jumping. Nice. It's the only thing that's holding it back is that 25% damage penalty. If it was like a lessened damage penalty, if it was some other kind of stat, it would probably be up here, or maybe even up here, but nah. As it is right now, it's fine. It's like middle ground between these two. Right. Man treads. They're good. They're fine. The man treads are, the man treads are for soldiers, is what people say. No. Use it. If you don't want to use a shotgun, but you don't like taking a lot of damage from rocket jumping, use the man treads with either of these two. Since you take less damage from rocket jumping with these two, and these two only. Oh yeah, you could probably you could just yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not putting it any higher than these because they're boots and you don't have a secondary slot available to use. And there's a lot of blue text. Look at the wiki for this weapon and you'll see what I mean by the blue text. Remember, man treads. That's what you would need to look up. Okay, so the Market Gardener is a straight upgrade. But not saying that it's like the definitive straight upgrade. You're about to see, you're in the few, you're about to see where I'm gonna put the stock and think, what makes it a straight upgrade then, if it's so bad? Okay, so this weapon has a 20% slower swing speed, which sounds bad, but it's like, it's only 1 and 16, 0.16 milliseconds, which is hardly anything. But, and no random crits, which in this game, random crits are very unbalanced, but like, uh, but you get to crit people if you land on them and hit them after rocket jumping. That's what makes this weapon up here. I'm not putting it any higher than the rocket launchers, but I'm putting it there because of that stat. It's good on any loadout. Any loadout, and this weapon is chef's kiss. Like, you could pair this with this. You could pair it with this. You could pair it with all of the rocket launchers and banners, and this weapon is, it's the most versatile, in my opinion. Outside of this and these. These are the three most versatile soldier melees. These can be run on any loadout. Next up is the pain train. No. Okay. The pain train is probably the second worst soldier melee. Yes, you heard me right. The pain train is probably the second worst melee. And if you play TF2, you're probably gonna say, "Oh, but the equalizer isn't even good for when it's supposed to be used." Okay, just shoot them then. If you can't even shoot them with that, shoot them with your rocket launcher and see if you can kill them if they're from farther distance. Come on, man. You gotta, like, just reload a rocket and then shoot them again, or whatever. That's why I would run soldier with the shotgun. Cause if you're using the equalizer and your enemies are far away from you, but you don't have any rockets, that's why I would use a shotgun. Okay, anyways, back to the pain train. This weapon gives you an extra capture rate, like 1 extra capture rate, which makes you capture as fast as a scout. And it's passive, so that's awesome. But you get a 10% bullet damage vulnerability, which I watched a Zesty Jesus video. 10% might as well just be absolutely nothing unless it's at like point blank. Point blank range and 10% can really hurt you, but outside of that, 10% is really nothing. Yeah, it's a straight downgrade on like a map with no points to capture, but like, it's only 10%. That's why it's one of the most boring weapons in this game. Not forgettable, because there's people who use it, but by all means, I'm not putting it up there. It's meh. Anyways, the panic attack is actually great on soldier, in my opinion. It's okay. The most versatile shotgun in TF2 is this one. It's better than stock because you get 5 extra pellets added onto the 10 that you would normally have had. And people complain about random bullet spread on shotguns, which I completely don't care. I really don't care about at all. So if you don't like random bullet spread, use this weapon. Okay. That's awesome. But you also get, oh, this weapon also deploys, like, nearly, like so fast. You blink and you probably will miss the deploy animation. It's that fast. It's 50% faster. Which probably doesn't, well, I mean, no, it does sound like much. It's good. It has a 20% damage penalty, which, added on with the 50% extra bullets. is actually more damage than stock. Also, it gets more inaccurate over time. That's barely anything, actually. So, it's not that bad. Okay, but in my opinion, the panic attack, the reserve shooter is Soldier's best shotgun. Because, here's why. It deploys less than half as fast as the panic attack, which is bad, but it's still only like 20%. It's like, it deploys 20% faster, which is nice. It's nice, actually. That's actually a good thing. And you get to mini crit people launched by explosions, launched airborne by explosions, grappling hooks, and rocket packs? What are rocket packs in TF2? I don't know that yet. Yeah, but it only has like 2 less shots, so it's basically nothing at that point. It could have more going for it, but it is just good. It's good on Soldier. Anyways, Rocket Jumper is... It's only good if you want to do Troller, that's it. And also, why would you just use this if you could just use stock? Because, like, yeah, you could use stock if you want to, like, practice. You can use this if you want to practice your rocket jumps, but I don't know if that's really a good thing because, like, not taking damage means that you're not gonna get used to, you're gonna get used to not taking damage, and then you're gonna be like, whoa, I just took a lot of damage. Yeah. That's all I gotta say. You can't take any damage, you can't capture the intel, and most importantly, well, I mean, like, not, it's just, don't take any, you can't deal damage to anyone. Stock is up here. It's the stock rocket launcher. Yeah, it's got everything you'd want from a stock weapon. It's just the base. Look at the stat. Go to the TF2 wiki and go ahead. Read the stats or the stuff. Here we go with the stock shotgun. I'm going to say this I'm not even going to explain it in the later videos, but the stock shotgun is good on every class, including heavy. Oh, sorry. Did I put it there? I meant to put it here. Yeah. So the shotgun it's just the stock shotgun. It's his worst shotgun, but not by a lot, really. It's only a little. It's like worse than the panic attack, but only cause if it didn't exist, this would be like one of his better secondaries. It's still good. It's good. It's got your base 6 damage a pellet and 60 if you hit them all at base damage. You know, everything you'd want from a stock weapon. But not with the shovel. Now you're probably thinking, whoa, Heavy Gaming, why did you place the stock down here, but you placed the market garden up here? What makes this weapon so bad? It's basically just the stock weapon. Okay. Stock weapons in TF2 don't provide any utility, which, I mean, fair enough. They're only used for, like, close, like, extremely, like, but, like, if you want to use, don't use the stock melee. Don't use Soldier's stock weapon. This has a much better use, and it's only got 3 stats compared to this weapon. Like, it does the same damage than stock, but you could it's versatile. Any loadout can be ran with this. Same with this, and same with this. You can run any loadout with this, but you will be like 10 times less effective. Because you can't crit people as you're landing on them. And yeah, that's really it. We'll see you in the next Pyro tier list video. Finally. Alright, bye.